Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's class I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beautiful dress. Okay, if today is your first time of watching my video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Comment below. All right, thank you. Firstly, I'm going to be drawing my shoulder line and my center front line, okay, to be able to get the perfect measurement. Okay, I'm going to be going out by my shoulder measurement divided by 2, then my neck width and my neck depth of 3 inches and 3.5. Then I'll connect the lines just the way you are seeing me. Okay, the next thing is to come down from my shoulder tip by 1 inch. Then to get my shoulder slope, I'm going to be measuring from my neck tip to my shoulder tip, just the way you see me do. I will go ahead and mark out the same shoulder measurement divided by 2 on my chest line. You have to measure it. I used 8 for my own. Then I'm connecting it out, drawing it out just like this. The next thing is to get my half armhole measurement, just like the way you see me do. I'll get it, put a mark there. Then from there I'm going to be going in by half of an inch, that's 0.5. okay, so from there I'll go ahead to draw out my chest line. Okay, then I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll put a mark there. Then I'll go ahead and roll it out just like so. So the next thing for me to do now is to measure from my shoulder measurement to my under bust, my waist, my hip measurement and so on. But for this tutorial I'm not going to be showing you the full length that I used because my paper was not up to. I just got the measurement to my hip. Okay, I took my bust point, my under bust, my waist and my hip measurement. That's where I stopped. Okay, if you want to know how to cut out your skirt part, I have a video. I'll be tagging it to this video. Please just check the description box and you see it. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and label my lines just the way you see me do. I'll go ahead and take my bust measurement, my waist measurement divided by 2, my under bust measurement divided by 4, waist measurement divided by 4. Okay, I'll go ahead and draw it out. Now for the mistake I made was to eliminate the allowance from the design we had in front. Okay, so what I'm telling you now is when you're doing your own, cut it out with the allowance. Okay, that's how it is. Cut it out with the allowance. Okay, so it will be very easy for you. You will not struggle with it. So I'll go ahead now and mark out all the lines together just like so. So I'll go ahead and mark out all the edges. Okay, just like this. Okay, so the next thing for me to do now is to go up from my chest measurement by 2 inches. Okay, so from the under bust I'll go in by 1 inch. Then on the waistline I'm going to be going in by 2 inches. Then I'll use my ruler to connect. Although I didn't really have the best lines, so I have to try over and over again. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I get the right curve that I want. Okay, after curving it to the taste that I wanted, from the waistline I went down by 6 inches. Then on that 6 inches I went in by 4 inches. Okay, I'll connect the line to that 4 inches down. Then on the side front I went down from the bust line by 1 inch. Then I connected it to the center front Then from the waist of the side front, I went down by 2 inches. Then I connected it to the center front side, just the way you see me do. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and take my allowance. All right, please, when you are cutting out this design, cut your allowance with it. It will make it very simple for you. Okay, then I went ahead to remove the other of my pattern paper because I'll be cutting out the skirt separately. If you want to learn how to cut skirt, basic skirt with boots and hip contour, just scroll down to in my channel. You see where I did the tutorial. So moving forward, we are going to be cutting at the back. The back is just a normal basic bag when seen by my with my shoulder measurement divided by 2, my armhole, then my chest line, trying to curve, then my neck width of 3 inches, neck depth of 1 inch. Okay, if you notice, I already marked out my zipper allowance just the way you see me do. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use my curve rule to take out the measurement, to rule out the measurement. So I'm going to be going in by my waistline and my hip line. Okay, so I'll mark out, draw the lines out. Then it's the back, and we don't really need bust measurement and all that. The bust line, shoulder to bust line and all that. So from my waist, I like going in by 1 inch. Okay, from the line of the zipper allowance. Okay, for it to remove that zipper bulge. So I'm going to be going in by my measurements now, divided by 4, and I'll connect the lines together just the way you see me do. I've added my sewing allowance already, which is 1 inch. You can use any amount of sewing allowance that you like. Okay, so from there, I'm going to be going in with my shoulder measurement divided by 2 and come in by quarter of an inch, that's 0.25. Okay, just like you see me do. Then I'm going to be drawing out my armhole like this. Please, if you have not subscribed, please, please try and subscribe so I can bring more sweet videos to you. Okay, so I'll just go out now from the 1 inch I went in. I'll go ahead now and cut it out. Okay, just like the way you are seeing it. I've gone ahead to mark out my 1 inch. That's what I'm using for my zipper allowance. Okay, if you notice, you see the shape it's given. Alright, then after cutting out, another thing I need to say is it's not really necessary for you to cut out the half length. Okay, cut out the half length. You can just do a straight gown. Alright, just because I'm using my old dress and the tailor did not sew very well for this tutorial, that's why I'm cutting out the half length. Okay, so that it will be enough. The dress I'm using to cut out this tie, it's not really a full fabric they've not touched, so it's an old dress that I'm trying to revamp. Okay, so after cutting out the half length, I went ahead to tape it back just the way you are seeing me do. After taping, I'll go ahead now and cut out the design. Mind you, I used the pattern to cut out my full fabric first before I went ahead to tape it back to cut out the design. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and cut out the design. Again, when you're cutting out the design, try and cut it out with your sewing allowance so you just know that okay, this is my sewing allowance. The sewing allowance, just put it together with the dress, just and sew like that. Okay, so after doing that, now I'll come back and show you the next step. I've gone ahead now to cut out my pattern on my fabric. Now the next thing is to turn the neck of the back and the front. Okay, so I've gone ahead to turn the neck and the back. Now is to add, I've gone ahead to iron out my design. Now it's for me to put it on my dress. Okay, the pattern I used was, I came down, remember I came down by 2 inches on the waistline. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use that same 2 inches. Mind you, while cutting out the design on my fabric, I added allowance to fold it in. Okay, at this point, I'm going to be using that same pattern, coming down by 2 inches. Now, see what I was telling you about the sewing allowance on the design. Assuming I added the sewing allowance, I will just put it exactly the way the cloth is. Okay, and it will not give me issues. Now I'll go ahead and pin it down. Okay, just try and take, when pinning the other side, just try and take your measurements to make sure it's on the right, you're on the right track. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and place the pattern to be sure that I'm putting it the right way, like the down part on the, to the down part, while the upper part to the upper part. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and do that, then take it to my sewing machine to join. Okay, okay, as you can see on the screen, I'm trying to pin down the design on the dress. So after pinning it down, I took it to the sewing machine, I stitch it and then top stitch on it. Okay, if you have hemming gum, you can just use hemming gum to gum it first before stitching it. Then I went ahead to join the shoulder. The sleeve is a basic sleeve, and join this side and turn the down part. Okay, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. Okay, thank you. Bye.